What's good, Deluxe family? Welcome back to the channel, man. In this video right here, we're getting to the 10 facts that will ruin your childhood. I don't know about what facts are ruining my childhood. My childhood was great, you know what I'm saying? It's probably going to be, I honestly do not know what it's going to be. So without further ado, I'm going to just shut up and let's get straight into it, man.
Have happy memories of our childhoods, but what if I told you some of those are based on total lies? Whether it's a book, a film, or a TV show you loved as a kid. Or maybe just a general fact about your childhood you've always thought back on. A lot of these are total lies and farces. And there are some very dark secrets behind things which made your childhood what it was. I'm Charlie.
Not Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. That was my shit back then. Come on, yeah, don't ruin the show.
Look at facts that will ruin your childhood. Strap in, because we're going on a nostalgia trip. But first, subscribe and press the notification. Walter Disney made Disney. Since then, Disney's gone on to make some of the best kids' movies of all time. They also have kids' theme parks and things every kid loved in their childhood. But most people don't know that Walt Disney had a dark past. It's said that Walt Disney did not like Jewish people very much at all. He was also a founding member of the Motion Picture Alliance.
Yo, I feel like a lot of like the mainstream. I feel like a lot of like the mainstream like entertainment for like kids, whether it's like the shows or the books, they actually have like weird dark meanings behind it. If you look into it, you'll see yourself. But like I know there was like this one book that it was like a mainstream child book that a pedophile wrote, but it was like mainstream, like all like the little kids wrote it. Like it was in like nursery schools, all that shit, man. It's crazy.
Allegedly had many privately anti-Semitic members. In 2014, actress Meryl Streep even said that he was an anti-Semite and misogynist. This claim was even backed up by Walt's grandniece, Abigail Disney. Also, some of his movies, for example Song of the South, have been criticized by the NAACP. That is for perpetuating African-American stereotypes. It's kind of crazy to look back at someone who made such great childhood films in this light. But what do you think? Does this ruin Disney for you or not? Mr. Moseby.
Let's see what this nigga did.
Remember The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And then the later series, The Sweet Life on Deck. Many say that their favorite character in these shows was Mr. Moseby.
I'm calling right now, he already looks like a pervert. You know what I'm saying? He just, look at this smile. No one really smiles like that. No one smiles with their head down. If you smile with your head down, there's something, you're up to something. You know what I'm saying? Usually people smile like, or with their head up. Why do we smile like this? Like it's automatically just off. You know what I'm saying?
Marion Moseby, better known as Mr. Moseby, was portrayed by Phil Lewis. But before the show aired, the actor Phil Lewis had a pretty dark past. In December of 1991, he was arrested after striking Isabel Duerte with his car. This caused Isabel of Bethesda, Maryland to pass away. He was charged with manslaughter and driving while intoxicated. His blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. A court sentenced him to 5 years in prison, but he only served 1. Instead, he began...
How the hell he kill someone? This nigga ran over a shorty and got 1 year in prison.
Based theatre group. He performed in jails, schools, and churches to highlight the consequences of alcohol abuse. Of course, he's now moved on and is a successful actor, but I'm pretty sure no kids watching his TV shows realized his dark past. Frankly, I'm surprised his sentence was so lenient, considering that Isabel passed away due to his driving.
That's what I'm saying. That's weird.
We all remember the movie and story of The Wizard of Oz. And one of the main characters in it is the Cowardly Lion. But did you know that the lion costume in The Wizard of Oz is made real?
Yo, hold up. That lion right there got some big ass balls. No gay shit though. Hold up. Damn, that nigga got mad testosterone.
Lion hair? That's right, a lion had to be hunted down and taken out to get this costume. That kind of makes the whole thing pretty creepy. The actor was literally dressed in a deceased lion to play a lion. Recently, the costume was sold for more than $3 million at an auction. That is high-key a little weird. But it attracted a lot of controversy because it is a real lion. The costume, worn by actor Burt Layer, weighed over 100 pounds. Lions are now an endangered species around the world. So, does this fact ruin The Wizard of Oz for you, or not? Elmo.
Nah, Elmo. Nah. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Because Elmo was really my guy. Elmo was really my guy growing up. I'm talking about when I was in daycare, when I was in the crib, while I was chilling in bed. I turned on Elmo. That was really my guy. I don't want to hear it. We gonna hear it though.
Watched Sesame
We gonna
Street
see what's
growing
up.
up. We loved all of the characters, especially the main character, Elmo. But many don't know the man behind Elmo. That is a puppeteer and actor named Kevin Clash.
Nah.
He
I don't give a shit about Kevin Clash. I care about Elmo.
1985 to 2012. But why did he stop in 2012? Well, in November of 2012, a man named Sheldon Stevens alleged something against Kevin. He said that while he was underage, him and Kevin had an inappropriate relationship. Kevin acknowledged this and said it was between consenting adults. But 2 weeks later, another accuser came forward to talk about Kevin. That is someone named Cecile Singleton. Kevin then resigned from Sesame Street, and 3 claims were brought against him in court. In 2013, these claims were all dismissed by the court. That's because they were way past the statute of limitations. Do you guys believe Kevin or do you believe the accusers? And
So the voice behind Elmo was a gay guy that used to talk to someone underage. I didn't hear none of that. I didn't hear it.
does this change the way you see the character of Elmo? I feel bad for Kevin if
Damn,
he did nothing
bro.
wrong.
It really does change the way. Why would they make this video? Why would this make this video to ruin our childhood? What is wrong with... Oh my gosh, bro. Elmo was really my guy, bro. Now I can't listen to Elmo's voice no more.
But if he did do these things, then he gets no sympathy from me. Peter Pan.
Damn, bro.
We all know and love the story of Peter Pan. But when you think about it, a boy who never grows up is kind of a strange premise. Where did it come from? Well, we can look to the character's creator, J.M. Barrie. J.M. Barrie has actually revealed the origin of the Peter Pan character. And it's something that recent makers of Peter Pan movies have tried to cover up. Peter Pan is actually based off of J.M. Barrie's 13-year-old brother. He cracked his skull and passed away while ice skating. And that's why J.M. Barrie wrote about a boy who never grows old. This makes the whole character a lot more creepy. That's right, the reason why Peter Pan can't grow older is because he's not alive.
Nah, that makes the whole thing a lot more cool. Because it's like, he just wrote a whole entire, what is it, like, I don't know what it is, but like a hit movie of his brother that died at 13 years old. He'll never grow old. Well, that's kind of weird because he died. I was thinking more like spiritually, you know what I'm saying? His spirit would never grow old, but physically, like, he could literally never grow old. Damn, that's kind of messed up.
Ranger. As a kid, I'm sure you watched the Power Rangers.
This was my shit too. Don't mess it up. Yo, if they mess this one up, bro. I had all the DVDs for this one, man. I had all the DVDs for this one. I'll put this shit in the VCR, rewind it when I wanted to. Don't mess this one up for me.
Know who's behind those helmets and colourful suits? Well, one of those people was David Yost. He played the character of Billy, the Blue Ranger in Power Rangers.
Okay.
Sadly, he left his role, but why? Well, he said it's because he was actually bullied by the crew members and cast. That is because he was gay. Later, this bullying even caused him to go to conversion therapy because he was so sad. He said, I put myself through conversion therapy because I didn't want to be gay. I really struggled and struggled and struggled with it. I sort of had to start the process of learning to accept myself, which was very difficult. It took me many years after the fact. So it's pretty sad to learn that these terrible things were going on the set of Power Rangers. It seemed all happy to us as kids, but behind the camera, that's not what was
Nah, Power Rangers was lit. They were fighting enemies, doing backflips and all that, bro. You good.
We never knew these seemingly heroic and powerful characters were bullying and getting bullied on the set.
Yeah, that's messed up, bro.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss is one of the greatest children's authors to ever live. But many don't know about his dark side. Researchers now say Dr. Seuss may have been prejudiced against African Americans and Asian Americans. They criticize the drawings of a Chinese man in the story and to think I saw it on Mulberry Street. In the book If I Ran a Zoo, a man also says he would put a person of colour wearing a turban on display. But if you don't think that's bad, then you should really hear about Dr. Seuss's wife. Dr. Seuss actually cheated on his wife, Helen Palmer. And he did this while she was sick with cancer.
That's messed up. What kind of husband, bro? That's messed up. That's real. Dr. Seuss, you messed up for that one. You're supposed to be comforting your wife, and you're gonna put her through more discomfort? I think that's crazy.
Took her own life. She did this by taking too many pills. Her final note read, "I'm too old and enmeshed in everything you do and are." She said, "I cannot conceive of life without you. My going will leave quite a rumour. But you can say I was overworked and overwrought. Your reputation with your friends and fans will not be harmed."
Wow.
So even though she took her own life, she still did not want to expose what Dr. Seuss had done.
She loved you.
Red Ranger. We've already covered how the Blue Ranger was bullied for being gay on set.
That's
But he isn't the only Power Ranger who will ruin your childhood. Ricardo Mendia played the Red Ranger. And in 2015, he was arrested after taking the life of his roommate, Joshua Sutter. This was after Ricardo used a Conan the Barbarian medieval sword.
This dude just said, "I'm gonna be Power Rangers in real life, bro." That's only on set. You can't do that in real life, bro. But honestly, it doesn't ruin it because for the fact that he did it after, you know what I'm saying? So, he did it after the whole entire thing was done. What the hell just happened?
That's right, he literally took his own roommate's life with a medieval sword.
That's
It's said
OD.
this happened because of an argument over Ricardo's girlfriend.
Nah,
In
that's
2017, Ricardo pled guilty to 1 count of voluntary manslaughter, and later that year he was sentenced to 6 years in prison. This changes the way I'll see Red Ranger forever.
How does that make sense? How do you kill someone with a sword and get 6 years in prison? No, actually, on some real shit, like, how can you kill someone and just get 6 years in prison? You just took someone's life. 6 years is like nothing, bro.
Ferris Bueller. Every kid, and frankly adult, loves the film Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It stars Matthew Broderick, and he's also been in many other great films. But did you know about his dark past? In 1987, he was driving in Northern Ireland. That was when he crossed into the wrong lane. He then collided head-on with a 28-year-old woman named Anna Gallagher and her mother. Both of them were taken out instantly. Matthew also fractured his leg and ribs in the crash. He was charged with taking a life by dangerous driving. He was facing up to 5 years in prison, but instead got off with a $100 fine. The victim's son and brother called it a
Wait, that don't make sense. I'm gonna stop pausing. That doesn't make sense. I'm done with this shit, bro.
Lion King.
Lion King.
Everyone knows and loves the Lion King movie. And I'm pretty sure as kids, our favourite character was Simba. This movie was released in 1994, and the average lifespan of a lion is 15 years. This means if Simba from The Lion King was real, he probably would have passed away back in 2009. And now in 2020,
Are you just trying to ruin every single show ever possible, bro? If you did watch this point of the video, make sure you do like and subscribe, man. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Same way, I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.